Hi and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters. I'm Naturally Nitty, aka Jessica, and this is episode 145.
And I am Alina. This is also known as Garnet.
This is
I'm reading the wrong line. I'm Alina, also known as Starnet. This is May 27th, our weekly podcast. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If you're a regular, thanks for coming back.
So grab your knitting or spinning, pull up a chair, and craft along with us.
Yeah.
Mojo. I have no mojo.
Me either.
Right. Moving on. Whips.
I
I
have
have
lots.
no whips.
Oh, I have a lot. So, first, I was so excited last time because I thought I got 50% of my news. Then that was slapped down quite harshly in reality. And so, yeah, my brown socks are still where they are, maybe a few rows more. I just am not a fast knitter and I don't have a lot of time. I really don't know if I'm ever going to finish this new. So, my other socks, I've made some progress because I'm using them to knit cardio knitting. So,
Okay.
I'm just take over a little bit. Okay. So, they're a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. I think I really like the colors, but I don't know about the pooling. It's okay. I don't really mind because I'm not too picky about that stuff, but, you know. Anyways.
Pooling isn't always my favorite when it gets all big and, I don't know.
Yeah, so that's where I am on my socks. I have to essentially finish the brown pair and finish this pair to get 50%.
In
That's gonna happen.
less than a week.
In 3 days. So.
Wow, is that how?
It's the 27th.
Oh.
So that's probably not gonna happen. So in my delirium, I am going over to a friend's house tomorrow. She had a baby at the beginning of May, and I went to hold the baby. So I'm going over there, and I am knitting her a gift. So I am just finishing it up today. It's the 2 Summers dress. So you knit the tank part, and then I'm doing the straps, which is why it's all stringy right now. So then you sew fabric to the bottom for the dress part.
Yeah.
And then these will have 2 buttonholes on them. And then the first year they crisscross, and then the second year they go over. So it's like a tunic the second year, but a dress the first year. So I'm doing that, and I'm going to use buttons from my collection. I haven't decided if I'm going to use pink or white. And this is the fabric I got to go with it.
That's super cute.
And I'm going to go like this and drape it and hold it up together. So
that's super
it's
cute.
like a self-striping cotton. I got it in Germany.
Okay, I was just going to say, what yarn is that?
Years ago. And I've been saving it. So actually, I think that there will be enough that I can knit another one for Jared and Shiyuen's baby.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like because it's striped.
It's cute.
So, yeah. That's what I'm making. And I started this a couple days ago. I mean, really, it's worsted weight. I'm using size 5 needles. And I've been working on it for 3 or 4 days. Seriously, low knitter here. Anyways, but this fabric is really great. But I mean, I haven't been doing a lot of knitting or crocheting. So, yeah. And I had someone ask me if I could make them a hat. And I think I'm just going to tell them, sorry, I don't do that.
I haven't knit a stitch since I finished that Bonbon Bunny. And that was at the beginning of the month.
So, yeah. But that's what I am doing.
I feel you.
That's the only whips I have.
Okay.
Spinning?
Spinning. Currently, I'm spinning on my turtle-made spindle.
It looks like a turtle.
It totally does. I want to make a plastic head so you can like put a little head on and like take pictures of the turtle.
Oh yeah. So
I'm currently spinning Rolex samples. Here's my first turtle bump, the cop that I did. I still need to ply it, but it's pretty big compared to that one. And I'm working on the singles for my newt for the giant mashup, fractal mashup. I'm on these. The glare. These two colors now. I've actually been spinning a lot lately, so I think I'm ahead of the game on that. I'm on my last bobbin.
That's awesome. Funny story, real quick.
Okay.
I couldn't find, I haven't knit for so long. I couldn't find my shorter cable. I'm using like a 60-inch cable
For that little thing.
So I've been like pulling it out, and yeah.
You're funny.
Anyways, go back to your spinning. That's cool. I'm like excited that you're getting far on your spinning.
I know, like
it's fun in months.
This is what happens when I get on a spinning binge and I don't knit anything at all. Like, I've just been spinning and making Rolex. So these are the first two. I'm totally not taking them out of the bag because I'm lazy like that. But,
no, that's cool. But it's the last week.
Yeah. And, yeah, that's it. Actually, though, I've been doing lots of Rolex because the show that's coming up in June for the Zombie Knit Apocalypse. And I think I talked about this last week. I was running out of fiber. Like, I seriously had maybe enough to make one more set of Rolex. And that the next day after we podcasted, or I think it might have been that day, like my 60 pounds of wool came in and I was so excited.
That's awesome.
So I had a big dyeing day a couple of days after that, and I dyed up about 15 pounds of fiber. And that's fun. That's like all I've been doing. The latest set that I'm working on is this. I think I might call it Artichoke Party.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, it's like horrible lighting. I'm sorry.
Like, I heard artichoke.
Or maybe I'll do that. That's cute. Sometimes I really hate naming things because I feel like I'm stupid.
I'm good about that. Only at night, though, when I'm hearing myself.
Sometimes I like take pictures and ask people what they think.
Only at night, though, when I'm like lacking.
So that's basically all I've been doing. Rolex and spinning.
That's all.
Anything? No?
Going.
Okay, moving on.
Cutting. And it's not really talking because it's a bulk order for someone, so I can't take pictures of it. Oh, but this has nothing to do with sewing, but it has to do with my sewing room. I finally got an air conditioner. I've been talking about it for a year. Like, I didn't get one last year, and it was so hot here. I didn't do like any sewing. But I have shows this summer, so I need to like sew. So I got an air conditioner.
That's awesome.
And
because it's no fun crafting when you're hot.
It's no fun ironing when it's hot. And I, like, the last time I was doing it before we got it, I was wearing like a tank top and like booty shorts. Like, I felt like I should be in a Nicki Minaj music video with how short those shorts were. So, yeah.
I did a little bit of sewing. Let me wind this on. Okay, so for my display, for my show that I'm doing, I have, the wooden crates that you buy from whatever craft store. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, my Rolex, like the way I would put them in, the actual crates. Like, I feel like they would fall out because they're in tall packages. So I took some burlap, and then I just made some ties, and like really simple, like just sewed them on. It's nothing pretty, but this will go on the like on the crate, and then tie in the back, just so it has like a little thing to hold the row legs in.
That's awesome.
Because it'll also go with the little baskets that I made, but I made a bunch of them.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all I did. Actually, I sewed some pants. For Joe.
That's awesome.
We'll talk about it later, but for Rendezvous, I made him some canvas pants. That's it. I totally winged it, and they're stiff and weird, but whatever.
So, Jim, our cardio challenge is still going.
I totally fail. I'm not going to earn anything because I've done nothing. I didn't even make goals this last time.
Well, you need to do it. I tagged everyone on Monday. Go do it.
I know.
It can just be work out once, drink water. I mean, you set your own goals.
I know. I feel so guilty.
Baby step yourself back to working out.
I need to.
So last week did not, my goal was to work out twice, and I worked out once. This week, my goal is the same, but I worked out once so far. So tomorrow I should work out again.
Good. No, you've been doing good. It makes me feel guilty, but I really should.
I feel better when I get working out. It's just getting to the point of working out that sucks.
Oh, I know. I totally get it. So yeah. So I need to get in there. People, if you see this and I haven't posted in there, after you've seen this podcast, you can feel free to earburn me and yell at me. Because I obviously need it. Just saying. Okay, moving on.
Yes. Oh, we have a new section in our podcast called Binge Books and Shows. What are you binging on?
As suggested by Alina, I listened through the Mercedes Thompson series. Is there like 8 books now? 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't know, whatever. There's a lot of them. They're good. And I listened to all those. Then there's like a little spin-off series called Alpha and Omega. And I listened to all those. Actually, in this past month, I have actually read, I think, 5 actual books because I didn't have the audio versions of them, and I actually read. This is the last one, and that's in the Alpha and Omega one, Dead Heat.
I just read that one as an audiobook.
Actually, I listened to Shifting Shadows, which is a compilation of like mini short stories from the Mercy Thompson world. So it ties in a lot of them. You want to read it after you've read them all.
Well, you want to read it also before you read the Alpha and Omega because it has the first Alpha and Omega.
Oh, yeah. True. But after you read the Mercy ones.
Yeah.
So I went through all of those pretty quick, and it was fun. And now I'm waiting for the next one to come out, which is who knows when.
That's like one series that I've like read over again. And like the first time I read it, I was like reading so fast, I missed so much. And then the second time I read the series, I was like, oh, you know, like,
yeah,
you pick up more stuff.
It's fun. So thank you for introducing me to that. I like it. And then because I finished that, so the Shifting Shadows is like the short story. So I read through that, and I just finished it on Sunday or Monday over Memorial Day weekend in the car. I had that on my Kindle app. I've been using Overdrive, the lending library, which is new to me, but yay.
I use those.
So that I finished all those, and then I just started up Discovery of Witches again, because I can't exactly remember how the last book ends, so I figured I'm going to listen to the series again, because that was always a good one.
I still have to read that third book. I'm like putting it off. I don't like ending series.
I know. But then you just listen to them again.
You know what a good series is? The Daughter of Smoke and Bone, but I haven't finished that series either.
I did.
Okay. I don't know why. I just don't like finishing series. Like, oh.
You're so funny.
I haven't read the last in the Divergent series either.
Dude, you need to finish these things. It's not like they don't end. They end. You just need to finish them.
I know. I will get to it eventually.
No, it does make me sad, though, when I finish something. So that's when I'm like, what am I going to listen to next? And I was like,
Well, I've been reading the Kate Daniels book series by Ilona Andrews.
Yeah, what's that about?
It's a husband and wife team that writes these books. First, I read their Edge series. There's just like 2 or 3 books in their Edge series, at least 2 that I could get from the library. And I really liked that style. And so then I started reading the Kate Daniels one. Now, it's like basically like a post-apocalyptic type place. Like magic came back into the world and destroyed everything. So like it goes on and off, magic and not magic. And it has like shapeshifters and vampires and stuff like that.
Fun. You're listening to it?
Yeah.
I'm going to steal that from you when you come in July.
Okay. But that's what I've been reading.
Cool.
Oh, and I just finished Jurassic Park.
That's cool.
Yeah. Like, super cool. Like, it was way better than the movie.
I just realized they're coming out with a new movie. And someone's like, you didn't know about that? I'm like, no, I don't watch, like, things that have commercials or previews for movies that often, so I didn't know.
Sorry.
I actually went with my friend and we saw Pitch Perfect 2 in the theater.
Is it good?
I love the first movie, and the second movie is, like, just as good and awesome. And, like, the podcasters, they crack me up so much. They're so offensive, but they're hilarious.
I'll have to go see that.
Anyways, it's a good movie.
That's all. Oh, are you watching anything currently?
No, I'm like totally just like listening to things and not watching any TV. Like we have like stuff like building up on our DVR that we need to watch. Actually, Joe and I are watching Turn, Washington Spies. It's like
that's really cute.
It's good. It's okay. Yeah, it's alright. It's not like my favorite or anything, but that's something Joe and I are watching together. And I have a few shows that I need to catch up on. I just haven't because I've been sucked into those books.
I haven't been watching much TV because, like you, I've been working, and so I've been reading more or listening to audiobooks more. Yeah. And I have, but when I do get a chance to watch Netflix, I've been watching Pretty Little Liars. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Jessica, you would totally love that show because it's like teenagery and stuff. But I don't know. At first I was like, I'll watch it and see if I like it. But I don't generally like teenagery stuff too much because it gets kind of annoying. But some of the stuff that's in there, I'm just like appalled.
So is it good or bad?
It's good.
Okay.
But it's like a mystery. Like you're trying to figure out what happened.
Okay.
But like the one girl is like dating her teacher in high school. And I'm like freaked out by that. So, but yeah, and other than that, like it's really good. Like you're trying to figure out who did it type of thing. So that's why I think I like it. And look, I just found off.
Yay.
So, anyways, and then I'm also doing Gilmore Girls, like a run through Gilmore Girls.
I should rewatch that. No, I should finish up all the shows that I need to that are on my DVR first before I watch.
Like, we're waiting for the, new seasons to come on Netflix, so.
What I need to watch is Lost. I had started that, and then I think I got into the books and I put it aside and I haven't watched it.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm still on the first season. But whatever.
Okay, now we'll just move on to random randomness.
We went to Rendezvous, which is it's a couple hours away. But it's like a reenactment type, or not a reenactment, but like you dress up like you are in the early 1800s, in the fur trade era. So that's why I made Joe some pants, because the pants I made for him 2 years ago, I made before I washed the canvas, and they were so tight on him that year and like short. It was hilarious. So Gabe wore those pants that Joe, they were baggy and like they have a drawstring. But Trubin fit perfectly in the pants that Gabe wore 2 years ago, which is crazy. Like, Truby's growing so fast, it's not even funny. And I made Joe new pants, and then luckily the girls could wear skirts because it doesn't, skirts don't really matter that much. But we only went for one day because Joe couldn't get off. But we really want to try and be able to do it for the 4 days, because it goes like Thursday night through Sunday is when it runs. So my goal is to sew a tent that's time period accurate.
That's crazy.
By next year. We'll see if that actually happens or not. Or Joe's sister lives in that town, so we might just like camp out in her house and then like go for the day. Our friends of ours do it too, and they have a little site that they do. It's fun though. Yeah.
That's pretty cool though. Like, I mean, I saw it on Instagram. You were like, "Oh, I did this while driving home," and I was like, "Where the heck did she go?"
Yeah. Yeah, Rendezvous. But yeah, it rained the entire time that we were there on Sunday, so like we were all like completely wet. It was great, but it was fun, and it's just like you sit around and like by a fire, and it's kind of like camping out, but not. I don't know. You wear big floofy skirts, and you can spin or knit. Yeah, it's fun.
So, I don't really have much to talk about. Oh, we re-dyed Madison's hair again because it was like a normal red, and she wanted red.
I saw.
So we went to
really
what's it called? Sally Beauty Supply. I got some Manic Panic and redid her hair, and she likes it much better. But it's Manic Panic, so it's like watching it. So whatever. So then Netflix has this new show called Between, and there's this town,
Between?
and it's like not like something you can binge watch, which is why I didn't talk about it in binge watch, because they're only releasing one every week. So it's like an actual TV show that just came out. So
that's funny.
These people in the town, if they're under 22, they're alive. If they're over 22, they die. And then they're like quarantined in their town. So the thing that I was just like watching the first one to see, but the thing that I'm going to watch it again is the girl from our iCarly, not Carly, but her friend.
The blonde? Sam.
Yeah. Sam is in it, but she's like a pregnant preacher's daughter, and she like has the baby like the first episode. It's crazy. Yeah, and she's like totally different. She has like brownish, darker blonde hair.
I might have to watch it.
It's really good. Like, I only watched the first one, so I can't like say it's like a really good series, but I'm looking forward to the next one. I don't know when it comes out. So then the other night Andy had off, so we watched Sharknado 2. And like, because he was like, I'm in the mood for something funny. So I was like, let's watch Sharknado. So like seriously, we laughed the whole time. It was really funny.
That's funny.
If you've watched the first one, you can watch the second one. It's
I have not. I guess I should.
Like, seriously, I watched them and I just, like, cracked up. I'm like, are you kidding me? And it starts out and Andy's like, this has to be a dream. I'm like, no, this happened. You know, so it was just, like, so dumb. It was, like, one of those things that we, like, just watched because
That is funny.
it's dumb. But that's all I have to talk about. Like,
I gave myself a new Germanicure.
Oh, that's cool.
I know, the light is.
Those are cool.
Yeah. I actually, like, took some off and put them on, like, within a day or two, maybe. Which usually it takes me a whole week to, like, find them and be like, oh, I should put some on. But, like, my nails are so long because they didn't have a chance to, like, chip or break when having them off. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
I know.
That's why I like them.
I know.
Well, I change mine so often. Andy's like, do you ever wear them for 2 weeks anymore? And I was like, no, I get bored and I change them. He's like, well, I think you should. He like was making fun of me, so I put on these wraps.
Okay. They're cute.
I put them on last night, so I'm going to leave them on for 2 weeks. Because
yeah, but you get to earn some, right? Like,
yeah, but it's gonna kill me. But I'm gonna do it because he's like, you tell people they last up to 2 weeks, but you don't even leave them on for 2 weeks. And I'm like, that's because I have so many of them. I must wear them all.
I get it.
But so I'm just gonna wear them for 2 weeks and prove to him that I can still wear them. But I started. Like, I take mine off and put them on, like, right after each other, like, all the time. Because the one time I stopped, I broke my nail. Like, see this one?
Yeah.
It's, like, broken. I have to grow it out.
You see how, like, long mine are?
Yeah, it's just this one is broken, and I'm just throwing it out because I had taken my jams off and did dishes, and it broke. So.
I always mean to, I just never do. And, like, finally I was like, dude, I'm going to do it. So I did it. And I can never decide what to put on. But these are kind of fun.
Me either. I can never decide. That's a problem. That's why I change it every week.
It is. That's okay. You're allowed.
Anyways, we're just rambling. So this is going to be, like, the shortest podcast ever.
It totally is. It's only, like, a half hour.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see you next week. It'll be a new month, hey?
Yeah, it'll be a planning podcast.
Mm-hmm. All right. Laters.
Bye.